Alrighty, it looks like everything is working, so welcome one and all. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, those that are neither, and everyone in between. I am the Sarcasm Detector. I'm also known as the Low Life Cat on Twitch and other locations. And as you can see, I am a cat, a VTuber, and a variety streamer. Today we're going to be playing some Star Trek Online. And I had initially been intent on playing my Delta recruit and leveling him up a bit. He's level 30. And I think we will still get to that at some point today. Maybe. We'll see how much fun we're having. On our main, who just got herself a Saturn Spearhead box, which we will be unboxing and playing with. I am so looking forward to that. But first, for those of you who are new here, I like to do chill and calm content for the most part. There may be mayhem, shenanigans, even tomfoolery going on the screen, but I'll be my calm and laid-back self as usual, or at least that will be the intent. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And we're gonna dive right into it. And yeah, I have to apologize. This stream did get rescheduled twice. I think the first time it was supposed to be for Friday evening, and well, family stuff happened. You know, my brother showed up with his newborn, so we got to hang out with them. They are adorable, by the way. Just really, really super cute. And of course, on Saturday, we had a very powerful storm that knocked out the power to the whole city, in fact. For the better part, well, there are still parts of the city without power right now. But we got our power back within like 5 minutes. It was a really strong storm. It was pretty much a whiteout outside, like you would expect that from a snowstorm, not from a rainstorm or a thunderstorm, whatever it was. But yeah, the power got taken out. We lost data as well on the cell phones. That was kind of crazy. I am doing very well, Lord Bane. Thank you for asking. And Osiris, I'm guessing you're talking about the console of the Saturn. Yeah, we lost. I kept the phone up on Twitter, just open just in case I got like a smidgen of data, and I did for like just long enough to send out that tweet saying, hey, look, I lost power and whatnot, and then it was gone. We lost data again for pretty much 5-6 hours or so. It was couldn't do much about it. I had no way of logging in and just turning the time off or hiding the stream or whatnot. It's like, well, I hope people noticed the tweet. But here she is, the special requisition pack, Saturn Intel Science Spearhead. Now, first time I saw this, I was like, I want this ship. I was so... Oh boy, I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, I loved it. I really liked it. I wanted it. And then it, it turned out it was going to show up in STO as a Science Spearhead, which on the low, don't tell anyone, but that happens to be my absolute favorite class of starship to fly. So... yeah, I'm willing to take a loss. If this is a bad ship, I don't care. I want it because I want it. And we're going to play with it. Sounds fair to you guys? Happen Spell's been on the fritz for the last few days. Man, there are still parts of town that are like without power, and... yeah, it's the damage, some of the areas, that was like a hurricane event in the span of like 5 minutes or so. That it was like, it wasn't 5 minutes. It probably lasted like 15 minutes or so. That's why I called it a squall. very brief but extremely violent storm. Uh, Even after we got power back at midnight, we got data back on the Wi-Fi on the cell phones. But it took another hour or so before we got the cable internet back available, up and running, and then the power went off again because they were doing repairs and shit. What did I come here for? I wanted to see if I have enough ship slots. I do, 2 slots. So let's just use this. Magdalena. I think we're gonna change the name to something, but I haven't thought of anything yet. That was a USS, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Let's change that. Actually, let's do that first. So we'll do an ISS. And we'll call it the oncoming storm. And number, wait, NX? Or no, we'll stick with the NCC. They're getting stronger in recent years. Tornado Alley has always reached up to here. That's as far as I remember anyways. But it's been a while since, like, centuries, maybe since they've had anything up in our area. That looks nice. Let's see, what do we have on here? Federation, these are the trash, unupgradable stuff. That's the console. Universal chakram projector. Okay, I even like that. So we have a number of options here. First, I'm gonna ready to ship. And then I'm gonna go to the tailor. Because I wanna get a cool. But I agree with you, the weather has been getting funnier recently in our area. This is a nice, sweet bird. And we get to show it to you in high definition, 2K. Shiny. Okay, so we just have that. 32nd century. It's kind of neat. That's the Galaxy. I don't like that one as much. But yeah, look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it on your end, but on my end it looks it has a bit of a cyan tinge to it. I don't know about that. Oh, I like this. Okay. This is also a 32nd century, but it's from the other one, from the Janeway class. I still figures it'll kind of suit this guy. Ran the Green Storm back in 2012 in Winnipeg when we moved here, but that was a freak one. Yeah, it's nuts. I don't know if how bad it was for the rest of Ontario. I know the areas surrounding where we are got hit pretty badly, but it was pretty much the whole city of Ottawa, really. No power and no data services. And actually, here's the thing that's been an annoyance of mine for a little bit. And yesterday's outage kind of, dug the thorn a little bit deeper. So here in Canada, our cell phones have their FM AM radio antennas disabled, and we cannot re-enable them. And the only reason I can think of that happening is because the telecom companies want us to listen to radio streaming via the internet. So paid for metered content, so to speak. But what happens when that data is not available? Kind of want to listen to the radio, right? To see if there's any news, anything, that kind of stuff going on. But we cannot do it because freaking telecom companies disabled those antennas or the software that, connects to those antennas or whatnot. I don't know if there's even a way to re-enable them. There's a possibility of purchasing a phone in the United States or somewhere else outside and bringing it in and using it here. But yeah, it's just the phones have AM, FM receivers in them. They have like a wide variety of antennas built in. So I just thought, I'm like ranting here, I just thought it would be a nice idea to have access to, the radio to listen to stuff when the data service is shut down. That one actually doesn't suit it. NX is very textured. The NX refit is bright. Very bright, very similar to... Is it close? Not quite as bright, but this has more glowy bits in it. Sovereign looks decent. Actually, Sovereign looks really good. Unfortunately, I can't zoom in. This is the max zoom. I see why people would think it's like an Ori ship from Stargate. Very similar. I believe they might have similar inspiration. And I love the look of this ship. I'm sorry, guys. I had to have it. I really did. This is not as good as the other one. And then there's these guys. Let's skip over most of them and go to... This is 6. That's bright. And no, I don't like that. I think 7A could use 7B, I'm sorry, or it is 7A, could use some work on the underside. I don't like that much. 8B. 8B is actually really good. I like 8B. Upgrade, yeah. No. Alright, well, let's take a look here. Sorry, I'm just spacebar being out here, guys. It's a casual night. And we only have the hulls and the nacelle. Alright, so what about... How does the Orion look on this? I see. Okay. It's not taking the colors? Or do I have the colors reversed? It's not taking the colors. Glitch Taylor is glitched. Let's try that again. Oh, I'm trying to rotate. It doesn't want to. Are you stuck or something? Huh. That's not too bad. I am not sold on it. T14 is pretty industrial hardened. Maybe type 8B, but maybe with not the Orion though. What else is there? I think Cassiopeia actually. Not that. I don't like that there's nothing on the underside. And of course, we don't have any mirror skin. Apply. The first thing you do with this ship is tailor it, of course. But of course, why wouldn't it be? Second thing, I'm guessing, is going to be the upgrade. Yes, please. F, yeah. All right. So now to actually put some stuff on the ship and take it flying. Trying to be kind of Terran-ish, without being too overstated. Wondering if I should go with anti-proton now, because that is tempting. For the meantime, we'll unequip that. We do have to master it. Pressure, the toilet seat ship. It's one of many toilet seat ships in the game. This is like the fourth or fifth one, and out of like 6 maybe that look like toilets in one form or another. And there's the original Intel Science that came out when Delta Rising came out, which is fairly similar to this actually, now that you mention it, or now that I mention it. Kind of. It has the ring and the negative space and stuff like that. So yeah, that was the toilet seat from way back then. Or the basketball hoop. Yeah, basketball hoop actually is more accurate, I would think. May make a good side torp with the new Crit X Torp console, the debuff from the Saturn console. Interesting. The new Crit X Torp console. Which console is that? Right, let me do it from this window. I did say anti-proton. Juice I build. We could go with that. It is an Intel, so we could pull it off. Although I don't know if I want to go anti-proton. Intel's surgical strike controller, or we can do a scatter volley controller with a torp spread. It depends how far we want to dip in. Like, do we want to go all in on science, or do we want to add more tactical options and just focus on one thing, like a gravity well, have a super duper gravity well, and then nuke it with our stuff? Because this ship can pull it off really well. And I think that might actually be the option to go with. The Space Donut lobby, same tab as the Vitruvian explosive trait. I'll grab a piece of lobby in a sec. I don't even know if I have. I do indeed have, like, a smidgen. Not enough for a console. Space gear. Which one? This one? Make it go? Or you said console. Unstable platinoid detonation. Kinetic damage. Yeah, that's a pretty good one with control trait. I need a little bit more lobby, don't I? All right, let's do like let's do a controller, like what I was talking about. So we can go with a Graftor. So that's going to be our executioner, and then here's the fun bit. I do think I will put the banana cannons on. And there was one that was a set piece. That's the turret. Is it you? No, it's not you. It's you. Heavy crescent wave cannon. This is actually part of the set piece with the bioneural infusion circuit. I got it because I was running the cannons. I'm like, you know what? Didn't there used to be a Lobby gun? And I spent my Lobby on this thing. I know it's not smart, but I don't care because it's awesome. It's banana cannons. It's cool. Banana cannons are cool, guys. Okay, that's okay. We're gonna, I guess, put some. We can put a couple of turrets in the back, and maybe an Omni. Maybe Omnis and a. Yeah, why not? Omnis and a bloody thing. Mine. That's the word I was looking for. Mine. I'll put the web spin. And the plasma of smart top. That's one. And disruptor. Okay. Reset that, and I only have 3 of these guys, which are the exploiters. I do need to get me one more, but I think that's fine. We'll put the Torment engine, and of course, in its usual location, Lorca. And now we get to have fun with uncon stuff. You could like dock the sphere builder eyeball ship next to it. That would be kind of interesting for a role-playing a basketball match with, yeah, that great temporal disruption device, Delphic beam for 2-piece. Giggity. And congratulations on your Endeavor rank. So Sarah says, honestly, Saturn is on my year-end list. That or the Desco refit for uni designs. I'm thinking that's what we do. And we still have a torp spread. And we're still going to have quite a bit of... Actually, we're not going to have if we go that route. If I go the torp spread route... No, we can still have a high amount of control. Let's take a look at what we have here. We can go with the gamma set, which just is hands down really good. And I think I'm just gonna stick the whole gamma set and fuss about other stuff later. No, because the Romulan set is better for Jusai. Not the Romulan set, the Revolutionary. Yeah, you guys are right. This would be better. See, I'm just reading your minds. You're yelling at me in your minds, and I hear it. Sure, we'll go. So up here, we have a couple of other options that I like to use. The Revolutionary is good. I don't know if it's... I need the three-piece good type deal. Non-baryonic, I had... really control. It was the Delta Alliance. It was the highest control you can get on an engine, I believe. And what did I have running here? It wasn't the Revolutionary, was it? This does have control and EPG on it. Why do I feel like I'm missing one of my deflectors? We'll just stick with that then. Or I could switch ships and figure out which one has what. Because I believe... Super control. What do you usually run? Oh, you do run the gamma. Okay. Oops. It is the gamma. Herpaderp, I'm sorry about that. And this was the Delta. And then we have Revolutionary. We lost the Gravitor. Here we will put it's gonna depend on how many debuffs, or do we actually go for a inhibiting? Because we're gonna have quite a bit of control abilities as well. We're going to have both debuffs and control abilities. Let's stick with the debuff for now. What did I have in here? The spinner, right? There we go. Oh, my torment engine. Get back in there. You too, Lorca. Devices. Let's put some batteries, or the deuterium batteries. This is a tough one. That should be fine then. And then I don't, no, just say no. We're gonna have to say no to that. Okay, so let's put the binaural, which is now a 2-piece. A little bit extra disruptor damage and, well, shoot capacity, but like disruptor damage. I don't know if we actually need that. I'll read back up on chat here. Gravwell 3. I don't know, if we're going surgical strikes, we might have to give up the Gravwell 3. What about Cold Crit Def ROM exploit for... Yeah, I know about the Romulan engine. But we are going for maximum control X, which this particular combination will give us. All right. I actually want to copy what I have on super control. That goes with the Omni. Okay, never mind that. What about this? That's the web spinner array. That's 5 slots and that's 5 consoles. All right. I still might go the scatter volley route. I haven't quite decided yet. If I go scatter volley route, then I can keep the Gravwell 3. There's no neutronic turbulence or anything. This is just going to be like a crazy amount of gravity well. Actually, you know what? I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a scatter volley build initially, and then we'll come back and we'll do something else later with this. So we need some disruptor turrets. 1 disruptor turret and an Omni. That works. Let's go into space and finish this off. How do you roll EPG consoles from R&D? Some are hard to get. Yeah, some of them are it's just random and a sync, and it's a pain in the ass. And I'm glad people do it and put it on the exchange where you can buy it. Although some things are quite expensive. Oh, all right, we're gonna have to definitely turn some stuff off. There's a bluish tinge there that I don't quite like. Makes it seem purplish. A bit more sunshine on this side of the starbase. Hmm. Oh, the profile, very J model. Yeah, I think so too. And I'm still kind of thinking out what I want to do here. All right, let's stick with that. Stations. Actually, Deborah, do you have surgical strikes too? But you need, where are you? All right, that's fine. I think I have them on my one of my tactical captains as surgical strike 3. So I have to pick it up. That's fine. All right, so that number, and then that'll work. That's a pilot seat, really? Okay. I should have looked more closely at that. That's a pilot seat. That's interesting. It's a universal. All right, I'm just thinking this through. We can have emergency power to weapons and maybe engines as well, alternating here. Or we can have aux power to inertial dampeners for a little bit of resistances and flight turn speed, all that fun stuff. With a DOF, that's an extended period. Huh. Engine. We're having fun here. So if it's not like the most it's not the most canon of builds, I apologize. Wrong one. Weapons. We're still gonna have a warp spread. With a beta and a chemosite. So that's going to be reserved for surgical strike. We are probably, damn, he doesn't even have the doohickey, does he? Devereaux has it. OSS 3. And then what do you have? You have an ionic turbulence. Because that's the only thing you have up here, right? Okay, I'm fine with that. There's an ionic turbulence. Over here, we will put a very golden space. DRB is nice. And then a photonic officer. And no, we didn't put in a gravel, a DARP. And then surgical strikes here. All right, I like that. I like the look of that. So I just need to grab a SS3 for Devro, and we can sort that out. We swing around. I don't know how much I like this color stuff now that I see the blue stuff from underneath. I'd have to, let's see, we're here. Where is, maybe we're not going to put the 32nd century stuff on the 32nd century ship. Huh. What about the section 31? Nah. Do a loop the loop with the hoop the hoop. We could put the pilot spec on, but I'm not gonna. Kind of like that. That actually is not too shabby. We'll stick with that. Doc. Surgical strikes. That's what we're gonna get. Oh, I forgot to look at my stats in space. And now we're gonna just have a little bit of fun with this. So it is gonna be a little bit of an ambush. So we're gonna have to think about the traits for a second now. By the way, we haven't looked at the cloak. Okay, maybe they might have fixed the bug where the cloak messes with the. There is a J right there, by the way. You mentioned the J profile. Hey NeoJet, how you doing, bud? I'm just messing around. Just a little bit. All right, so trait. Let's get serious. These should be mostly good enough for... Should be really good. All right, what do we have here though? Photonic, and then improved gravity, temporal anchor, overpowered overgun. All right, but not withering barrage. Over here we have controlled countermeasures, enhanced sensors, precision. I'm lisping already. And well, just the regular doohickey. We can, I guess, leave it at those. Stats wise, 21k in shields, 9.7 or 97 hull, which seems a bit low. 42, 197. Almost 500 crit control X. I mean, and almost 300. So when we buff up, you get the fleet buffs, all that fun stuff. It's over 500 control. So that gravity well 3, it might not be a large gravity well, but it's gonna do some fuckery. It's got some pulse to it. Additionally, the gravimetric photon torpedoes use both the EPG and control X of your character, so they get massive buffs. It basically turns it into an execution with the torp spread. This is going to be a bit fun. Let's take a look at our roster. Only 4. You can remove Graga. Increase exotic damage when using emergency power to auxiliary, which I'm not using. Ball. So we're gonna have to switch that around then. Because I do want to keep that guy. Gravimetric and gravity well. All right, those two are good. So let's go back here and adjust this. That was silly. I don't know what I was even thinking. Let's put directed energy modulation. I think that works out better. Yeah, I just got the ship and I'm just messing around with it. Like, I have so many ideas for builds with it. Let's just focus for a moment on one thing. Your pizza cut just got nicer lines. I don't know, man. What was I thinking about just a second ago? I'm not using, I just remember I'm not using the that, so maybe I can tone it down a bit and actually use that set. Could I get an uncon in there? Unconventional systems. I don't have enough things to proc uncon though. So we might have to get rid of that. Right, off. EPG, right? Emergency evasive maneuvers. We're not using that. Projectile officer. 23. What does 23 do? Tactical and command. We already have a matter antimatter specialist, don't we? There's our systems engineer. We're a core engineer. We do have 2 copies of emergency power running, so that'll do. From hull heals. Chance to gain aux power from hull heals. Am I running any hull heals though? Not really. And then after that, there's adds control expertise from EMP probe and ionic turbulence. Boy, and where do I fit those in? Well, that's interesting. Oh, how much do we get from that? 40% chance plus 10 experience. It's only plus 10 for 20 seconds. I mean, it's nice. And I bet it'll go off a lot, but only plus 10. So maybe not. They should really update the photonic studies scientists. Recharge time reduced for science team and buff. Am I even using that? No. That's another trait I can take off. That's 2 traits if I'm not using any team ability. Gravimetric. I already have a gravimetric anyways, don't we? We do. I'll regen? Sure. Or we'll put no rule because we do have a beta. There. All right, back to the traits. So we don't have uncaught. So we don't need that. And is it this one? No, it's not that one. I don't have it, is it then? Intelligence agents. Okay, no, I was thinking of something else. That's fresh from R&R. We could use Maquis tactic. Plus all damage from cloak ambush. That's interesting. From cloak ambush. There's a trait. Attack patterns grant bonus damage for 5 seconds, which is like a 15% bonus all damage for 5 seconds. Every 30 seconds you can pull that off, I think. I'm sorry, it's every 15 seconds, right? So that's not bad. That requires 2 traits to put in and requires use of the ambush mechanics. Of which we do have. I just don't have an infiltrator. I'm wondering, does the Federation battle cloak function as an enhanced battle cloak? Will I be able to shoot my torpedoes while cloaked? We're gonna have to, probably not, but we'll test that out. I can't put that there because I'd have to give up something important, right? Right. Although I don't think we need the temporal anchor or the improved. I kind of like the improved though, the duration. Enlightened AI tech. I do have AI tech. Do I have enlightened? I don't think I have that one. Expensive, is it? It's not that expensive. What does it do? Increases exotic damage and hull regeneration. Once open to trade. Yeah. Grab that and pop it open. We were going to test that, aren't we? Yeah, we were going to test that. So we'll do that in a sec. Still building stuff. We can definitely do an ambush, something that's focused on ambush, but that will require pretty much giving up all the extra sciencey bits that we have. And it will actually pull it off quite well, being an ambush, like a backstabbing assassin build. We can very much turn it into that. Let's get out of the way of all these guys. Fly a freaking sovereign right through that bloody thing. That's good. That works. Stations are set up correctly for the most part. And those are there. So let's get the tray set up. By the way, how was your weekend, everyone? Hopefully it wasn't crazy and stormy as mine was. What is that, an Ori ship? It looks very much like it. It's, well, it says right there, the Saturn Intel Science Spearhead. It's from the 32nd century, so it's from season 3 of Discovery. You kind of see it in it's like a background ship in one of the shots. But yeah, I got it. It's a Spearhead is basically, it's like a multi-mission ship in most regards, except it instead of having like a 4-2 layout or a 3-3 layout and a hangar bay, it's got a 4-3 hangout and no hangar bay. So it's basically a multi-mission ship without the hangar bay and an extra weapon slot. And it's an Intel ship, so I'm doing a really strange build. I admit that, and I do not apologize. We get to play with these guys now, because the that stuff has gotten improved. The Intel spec has been much improved since the last time you were playing. I mean, it was pretty decent back then, but it's really good now. I'm missing one. I forgot fire my mark. Now the question is, do I have it in Intel primary and temporal secondary? I think that's what we'll do. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. I like that. This there. This one's their weapon system. All right. This one is the defense, damage resistance. Okay. I like that one more. What does this one do? Hold target, remove all science officers, and exotic damage resistance. All right, so we're probably going to pick this one or that one most of the time if it pops up. Power creep is great. Secondary deflector, I have it set on, it's deteriorating, I believe. So on science debuffs, of which we have a number, and they're also included in the both the gravity well has like the buffs to add like radiation debuff and stuff, and you know, so we got a number of things debuffing. So that should really proc the deteriorating. Yeah, but we also have weapons going. All right, I think that should be decent. It's gonna be killing stuff one at a time, isn't it? Or I kind of want Death Cannoneer in there now. And that auxiliary to damp. What's our speed like? This thing is bloody fast. Ooh, yeah, that's fast. Let's give it a shot at something. Go into a patrol. And I guess, well, not normal. Let's go into an elite wanted. Just as is. We're doing it live.
Please state the nature of the emergency. Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. Four shields failing.
You have entered an area. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Warning, ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Keep concentrating fire.
We will not go quietly!
Stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideouts.
Target's shield has failed. 4 shields failing.
I should be flanking.
4 shields failing.
We do what we want, where we want.
Target's shields have failed. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a
4
call for
shields
assistance.
failing.
I'm taking you with me.
These guys are following me, aren't they?
Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into
Hull
custody. Thank you for
integrity
your
below
assistance.
75%.
There have been rumors. We have the sub.
Yeah, so this is pretty much a mishmash of stuff all thrown together into a build. And it kind of works. That's an elite Argala. It kind of breezed through it. It'll kill stuff one at a time. So I think that's fine. It should have probably been a scatter volley build in all actuality. And yeah, Gravwell 3. So yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch it over. I don't know. Should we play around with it a little bit more? How much mastery did we get? Okay. Alrighty. Well, in that case, let us see. What would you guys like to try? Let's put Azure in. How about Battle of Procyon? And for our third one, I think there's still only a limit of 3, right? Not quite confident in a port quite yet. Actually, I'm not really that happy with this particular build. In actuality, I'm not happy with this build. So let me rethink it. Hmm. You are photonic officer 2. Sensor analysis, TBR. Okay. Why do we even need override subsystem safeties if we're not focusing on our weapon power? So we're going to swap it around. It's an intelligent team. Derp. I'm just trying to see who has the better intel stuff. So over here, I'll put number 2 in. Does he not have? All right. That means you have it. Scatter volley 2. Beta. And then over here, actually have the better chemosite. Or my dispersal pattern beta. All right, that works. That works really well. And then, or we could stick with the DRB here. Do we really need the power? Not really. Not really. Okay. Okay, so now it's a bit more focused on its weaponry. We can swap this back out for withering. Now the grav well. That. We just have to put the guns back on this. So we're doing heavy bio and these have all been turned into grid D except for that one. Did I forgot to do that one? I guess I must have. Keep the set together. We're gonna have to redo some of this stuff here. Yep. Okay. Why is it so grayed out? I don't have a saving thing. was that before? Okay. And then I do have a tactical team in there for some odd reason. I'll go at the very, very end. That should be okay. Why is it? Okay, no, never mind. It's weird how it's just grayed out there. Everything else should be fine. Got to put that there. Okay. New loadout save. All right. What were we talking about? Counterpoint is a bit long. Defense is Starbase 1. So what do we have now? We still, the chakram. I wanted to test it out, didn't I? Right. What are we going to put in its place? Yes, I know I'm poor. All right, so now we have a scatter volley boat with a stupid grav wall. And not as stupid as before. We lost a little bit of control. And it's still a strong grav wall. It's over cap, so it's going to be a good one. And we just wait for one to pop. I suppose we could take it into another patrol. Let's pop that back up. Hey, I can hide the chat behind the thing. One thing that is a benefit to this boat is it's got pretty much a very similar style to the Vesta, the Intel Vesta that's coming out. Just some minor differences here. I believe the Lieutenant Universal is an Intel specialist on the Vesta, and that might be a Science Ensign, if I remember correctly. But other than that, the builds are very close to each other. You can transport most builds over and from like one to the other. We're just waiting for this thing to pop. We do have 3 things queued in. And I'm going to take a break. We're not going to go on break. I'm just going to sit back and drink a little bit of water while we're waiting. And we'll leave the music up for you guys. I hope you are hearing it, by the way. Yeah, that warp signature masking is that's for PvP only. we got an Azure Nebula pop. Yeah, this thing is for PvP. Basically, it prevents people from seeing your target box from a certain distance. Normally, I think you can see people up to like 20 or 25 kilometers away. This brings it down to like 15. Or even 12 or something. I forget what the exact number is. But what it means is that if an intel ship gets out of your weapons firing range, then you're not going to be able to keep that lock and see it any longer.
The Tholians have captured a number of Romulan.
Yeah. It's certainly changed. Actually, let me cloak up.
Our time here is limited. Stay focused, plan your attack.
2 3s, a 2, and a 1.
Every loss is critical for my people. The Tholians are using their energy webs to trap your ships. Target and fire at the nodes connecting the webs. Ship is under attack. If you are caught inside the web, try to destroy one side of it and escape.
Oh, look at the shotgun thing go.
In on you.
Alright, then we definitely have to make an uncon proc with that thing. Oh yeah. It's a shame though. I want to use my weapons. We're gonna have to make an uncon. What happened to those guys? Did they get exploded? They must have gotten exploded. It's about 15 to 60 kilometers when it's fully charged. Thank you, NeoJet.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
She should be able to handle that. I think he's okay. Oh, they're still fighting. It's a spearhead. It kicks ass as a cannon platform. Fucking A, love it. Stop. There we go. It's a bit, it's not as maneuverable, so I think I will put in Deft Cannoneer. I think that's the only issue that it has. The Vern has about the same amount of speed as it does, but a lot more maneuverability. Although this thing has crazy amounts of hull. How are you guys doing? Do you still need help? No, they're good. Okay.
A Dalan warbird is escaping. A Talis warbird is escaping.
So what do you guys think? That was just a 1, so it's not that big of a deal, but that looks like it was a... Pardon me, have to cough. That looked like a satisfying kill. Those guys are still at it.
A
New
Haypax
readings on
warbird
sensors.
is escaping.
More Tholian ships are on the way here.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
That's a 1 over there. Come on, give us something better than a 1. This should be the next one to show up. It's a 2, isn't it?
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Hey, like it, love it. I think the banana cannons go really well with it.
Ship is under attack. A Dalan warbird is escaping.
Oh dear. Someone's having a bit of an issue down here. Let's go help out.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Alright, so that spawn is equivalent to a 3. And yeah, I like the chakram thing. That is neat. Alright, yep, we're keeping that. I don't know if it does any good DPS, but we're keeping it. Look at that thing. Let's go. You see that thing flying around? There's enough spam going. It got shadows on it. Look at that. Lisette is actually casting a
Is under attack.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
4 shields failing.
I see something.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Thank you.
Left shield failing. 4 shields failing.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
I didn't know where you thought he was going.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
See, for gunboats like this, I like to have the subspace jump console available, so I can just, if I get caught in something, I can just jump in behind them. I don't have it fit on the ship. It's not built for uncons. So we'll have to, like I said, we're gonna have to make a uncon build with this. Definitely for sure.
A Falchion dreadnought is escaping.
Alright, that's a 1. They're still fighting that 2, and then there's a group down there. I'm gonna save my nuts till whatever
A Talis
this
warbird
is
is
spawns.
escaping.
And if it's nothing important, we can go help out whoever. And that's a 2.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And these, by the way, these guns
Warbird is
are
escaping.
reprocced for Control D instead of damage. They're my they're my set for surgical strikes. I should put like probably something else, anything else instead. That's a 2. If I want to go with like a scatter volley build, I'd probably go with Baul dual heavies or something.
A Dalan Warbird is escaping.
Well, I have an idea. It is tough turning this thing around. It's not that maneuverable.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack. Four shields failing. A Dalan Warbird is escaping.
Travis, the way to go as it stacks way past 100. Yeah. And actually, I still have the severity stuff in there. Oops. Yeah, since, well, we're gonna do something a little different. Everyone showed up here. We don't need all these people over here.
A Falchion Dreadnought is escaping.
Like, literally, we don't need all these people here.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack.
See, everyone is here. No one's at the other stuff. And we should have the grab wall back up.
A Haypax Warbird is escaping.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Ship is under attack.
Ah,
I am quite
It was
impressed
out of
with
time.
your fleet. I am quite impressed with your fleet.
and that thing still pops up twice, as usual. All right, let's do an uncon build of some kind. We're gonna do something completely different. So first thing, we're gonna save this build, and then we're gonna make a new loadout. Completely different. Okay. So this, we might not even keep the same weapons on here. By the way, just making sure nothing important. As usual, the inventory just gets absolutely messy when you're swapping, with a new ship. But these guys, these that came with the ship, do I need to keep them? Are they even upgradable? They are not. Hey Augie, how you doing? How's your evening been? I hope your health. I hope you're feeling better. Alright. So we're gonna pull these off. And I am thinking there might be a smarter way to do that. That would be actually, hold on, let's switch to, no, because it's gonna do something else. All right, we'll just, sorry, I'm being klutzy. I'll pick something else, or I think we might just go with beams of some kind. We're not actually gonna use any beams. I think we'll go omega, beta, and then something else down here. We might go with a fall, maybe. Reset that. How many of the agonies do we have? We have 6 agony phasers. We do have these guys. Their accuracy, we don't need that. We don't have any simulated plasma beam to target plasma damage. -10 restores each second, improve damage for 30 stacks up to 4 times. How many of these do we have? I have a lot of them. Okay. You know what? I bet you didn't know you could do that. There we go. That works. Now for this, I do want to keep the same settings. Do not dry dock it. No, I've heard. We don't need any stinking tactical consoles. Though those guys are just there for the light show. What we do need is some procs. So we will start off. We already have that. We have the chakram. We will need derp. Oh, the shit name I don't even remember. Poaching is interesting. I wanted the cascading subatomic. Genesis divide. That's the magnometric. Delphic Terror is 1. Ion Storm Generator. Ion Storm. These guys we're gonna take out. Most of them. For a couple more blocks. Genesis Seed. Why do I have 2 of them? Apparently I have 2 Genesis Seed. That's a Delphic Terror. Let's see, what else do we have that we can throw on there? Which we can always throw the tachyokinetic in there. Oh, right. Where's the anchor? Not the Doppler cylinder. Constriction anchor. I think that looks good. Go back to trade. Actually, stations first. And it broke the unit. Oh no! Opening salvo. You're right. Good one. Do, 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 do. Almost forgot that one. We still have a shit ton of control, so that's a good thing. Stations wise, I'm just thinking what I will put down here on the ensign slot, because we're not going to benefit from chemosite based weaponry. We could use attack team. Although that doesn't really do much. Distributed target is not going to do. This is going to be to be that bro. So we'll add a couple more anomalies. We need subspace vortex, and then hold in space. It's control abilities that proc it, right? It's not an anomaly, it's the control that procs on con. Okay, I like that. This not so much. So we'll go back to that. And you are universal, so you're gonna go back to a science. Marshall Janeway and science team for the proc. Come back here. Don't need that. Don't need that. That's 2 slots opened up. So we need put in spore infused. Because we're going to get a lot of those popped. Machinations. A ruin would be good. Unstable anomalies, holding ambition. We're not going to use that. Firing modes, we don't have any firing mode. Although we could put FA in there just for the lulls, or like a beam overload build. Just like beam overload 1. 75 exotic particle gen for scatter volley rapid fire, fire at will, overload, torpedo spread. I mean, we can put a torpedo in there. Making video how bad mask energy signature is, lol. It's a PvP thing. That's the only thing you can use it for. You literally cannot use it for anything else in the game. I was gonna put in, who do we have here? We have number 3. We'll go with number 1. Number 1, give us a torpedo spread. That's fine. We'll put a torpedo on here. We'll put the gravimetric. The gravimetric, I said. There we go. So we have a mine and a torpedo. And yeah, they're not doing anything. So let's get this set up properly again. Right, I keep forgetting. There. And the torp spread. Other than that, we have Omega Beta, we have the DRB and the Tachyon, and then the Alpha. That should be fine. Now we got to clean up the rest of this stuff. Because, yeah, it all got spread everywhere. Actually, it's not too bad. Enough? Oh dear. All right. Well, don't really need these on the bar anyways. They're like right there. They're just a little bit more convenient. Let's see. On the far end, and we have these guys here and the TBR. That's a lot of things going off all over the place. It should still be a crazy strong gravel as well on top of that. Don't even give you ambush. It's like goth makeup for ships. Goth makeup for ships, yeah. It actually disables, it gets turned off when you're cloaked. So it's either or. Either you have the mask warp signature or the cloak on. So it's kind of, I don't know how good it was back in the day. Really, it's just for doing like vapor builds to get away real quick. If you have like a snooper or some kind who can disable your cloak, your battle cloak, having mask energy signatures might be a good idea if you get far enough away from them to disengage properly. Maybe, I don't know. Just making sure we have all the things. I would love to have one more spore pop, but we'll look at that. So in that case here, since we have that weaponized exotic particles, we can put that in there. We don't need overpowered overgun, do we? On beam, yeah, we don't. So we can take that off. We'll put on she's a predator. Yeah, we definitely can use that for sure we have like 2 attack patterns. It's only a 5-second buff, but in that case, over here, we'll put in Mackie Tactics so we get even another bonus on top of that. 25% now. Okay, for 5 seconds. I'm fine with that. I am happy with that. Alpha, Omega, Beta. Okay, that's their offs. So we can go back to this guy here. He was like, this guy is that good anymore. Yeah, you know what? We'll leave it as it. That is not important. Go back to here. That's a lot of clickies, by the way. We'll save it as loadout 2. And why is there no music? Is it just taking too long for the next song to pop out? No, it's because Spotify is having an issue. There we go, I think. Giving it a minute for the music to load back up. Did we kill Spotify? We didn't do anything to Spotify. You can't use it when you're in red alert. That's true. Yeah, it doesn't even give you ambush. Hold on. All cloaks don't really work correctly in PvE. While NPCs will respect targeting range, they still know where you are. Will fly up to the point blank attack you still. That's true. You can test that by releasing pets. Go into like a PvP match with someone with a cloak, have them cloak near you, and pop your pets out, and then target your pets. You'll see that they have the cloaked person targeted. They can see them still. Alright, well, this is like a really stupid build. What can we do with this build? I mean, like, seriously, what is this build? The fuckery. Okay. Well, we're gonna take it, and we're gonna mess around with it. Battle of Procyon 5 and Starbase 1. We'll plug those two in and see what happens. So when are you planning on getting back to streaming, Aki? Just asking for a friend. I mean, the people can't take it. They want their anger. Focus for activating traits and bonus damage. It's going to be the fucking That is a known tactic for finding people in Karat. Yeah, well, it's always been a PvP tactic. Not for, exactly finding people, but for, like, knowing when a cloaker is sneaking up on you.
Listen up. The war.
The negativity can be quite stifling sometimes. I know that feeling.
Here they come.
Wish consoles can be fired. Oh, a lot of them.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
We're prepping for evac of non-essential personnel and civilians.
I don't think I ever managed to click my thing.
State the nature of the emergency.
I like that. That is really awesome, by the way.
Target's shields have failed.
This crit severity, yeah. Yeah, why don't you become the careful?
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Target's shields have failed.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Yeah, to see the console. Did we kill everything? That's still a crazy maxed out grab wall there, even though it's not like over 500. It's still over 400.
Under attack.
That's a fuckery grab wall. Plus, it's got the temporal thingy anchor on it.
There's a break in incoming warp signatures. We may have a short amount of time before more arrive.
Couple of seconds left on this warp. Are we gonna get the
Reading some
torp off?
heavier ships incoming. Raiders and battle cruisers.
Of the emergency.
Ship is under attack.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Target's shields have failed.
Drop a planet on top of them as well.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Target's shields have failed.
All those spores going off. Love it.
Decatur is taking some fire. Please assist.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Rear shields
Gonna pop
An
another one,
evacuation
but I
ship
think
is launching.
I don't think we
Give
need
them
it.
cover.
shields have failed.
Although I'm taking damage now.
This is Andor. Our shields are taking hits, and we could use an escort.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Target's shields have failed. State the nature.
Love that. That's good. Let's do some more spores. Look at all those spores going off. Fantastic. I shouldn't have done that, though. I should have saved it. That's fine.
The Klingons are regrouping again. Get into position to prepare for the next assault.
I mean, I think that's pretty much the epitome of lazy boat right there. Just sit there and drop your anomalies and watch things
Here
cook.
come the Klingon battleships. Keep fighting.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed. 4 shields failing.
Lafayette here, requesting assistance.
We do not have enough time to use the intel mechanic here. Stuff is just dying too fast.
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Target's shields have failed.
It's still pulling stuff in at warp speed, so that's a good thing. Did I even put in unfun? I might not have even put unfun in there. Derp. I just realized.
Shields have failed.
Derp, 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 derp. That was what we were gonna do, and I just didn't do it.
Right shield
No wonder
failing.
these things haven't been refreshing as fast as they should. I have a chakram.
Hull
Chakram and shut up.
75%. 4 shields failing.
Planet as well.
Target's shields have failed.
Nice.
That'll hold them off for now.
Let's go fix the mistakes I made.
This kind of war. Today was a good one. At least there will be a tomorrow.
Herpaderp. There was a reason I went into the traits and I was kind of stumped. I was like, yeah, I forgot to put certain traits in there. So over here, yeah, we can take that off. We needed universal design, and here we need it's on at the bottom. Should be better. I wonder if its speed is buffed by the swarmer matrix. Look how fast what goes. Oh, the blade, the thing, the chakram. Interesting. That would be. I don't know how you would test that though. Soon nebulas open up again. So we'll plug that in. Make sure this is saved to the correct thing. But this should be pretty much a lazy boat controller. Pretty much fully stacked. I mean, how much more do you need? We took that off, didn't we? So what more we need is a science in there. Marshall Janeway, you will do. And you have science team. And P science team will actually be at the end. Right there. So that'll go off, hopefully. And if not, I'll add it right there. I took it up. I have to pull it from there. And that's just an additional spore prop. Oh. This definitely is primer. And we'll go for second strategist. Save that. This should be better now. It should be a lot better now. Batteries on this, so give me a moment to switch my batteries on my machine. It's weird how the music just suddenly cut out like that. It looked like Spotify was still going, but batteries have been swapped and no pop yet. Now, if I was running this on a Vesta, what would be different? Well, one thing, this universal here would be Intel as well. So I would probably put in a ionic turbulence and a EMP instead. And those two will also proc or infused. I don't know how good they are for the actual control stuff. We should probably have a deteriorating on this thing, right? Actually, not a deteriorating, and then inhibiting, since we have a lot of control, more control than debuffs, really. We do have the DRB. So we have here. That doesn't help. We can have an EMP in here instead. Applies target's location, foes within 2 kilometers take electrical damage. Disables when target reaches all foes within will do electric damage. It's a damage and a disable. Let's give that a try. It's an extra spore proc as well, I believe. We'll go with this. And then in here, instead of the these are exactly the same, I think. This is energy weapon damage. Maybe not looking as it does just say hangar pits. Hey Spock, how you doing? Live long and prosper to you too. As a cool control, yeah, I don't actually have ionic turbulence here, do I? Or do I? No. Let's go grab it. Let's undo this. And let's save what we have done. An ionic from somewhere. Doc, yes please. Because yeah, it is an anomaly. So is the EMP, and we can use that DOF. Stick around until the end of the stream, guys. We are actually we're gonna be doing a test raid. We're gonna be raiding someone, or doing the redirect thing. I think we have it set up completely correctly. So it's gonna be the first test for me, anyways, of if it actually works or not. So over here, we need. Buy that as well. I'm gonna buy the lower tier. As well, maybe the lower tier of that. So we still have to juggle this. Do I give up photonic officer? Okay, we can give up this guy. So we'll do EMP2 or EMP1 and Turbulence 2. Skills, it was, who was it? Osmo. So. Learn the other two, please. So, over here we have turbulence, and an EMP. And we still have a debuff. I believe I don't have Subspace Vortex 1 anywhere. Or do I? Maybe Lufer has it? No. That's fine. Back to the science team there. But this is just a tachyon beam. It's very fast, short cooldown. It can be used for proccing the spores, so that's a good thing. Oh, I know what I forgot. Marion Francis can go. We need Greg Amal. We need this guy as well. Adam Ortiz Ruiz. Greg Amal will put you in place of Varla. There you go. That's a lot better, actually. Go into space. And we'll rebuild this. This should still be fine. Yes. That's there. Put those in. So that's a couple more controls and anomalies. And these actually, I know ionic turbulence pops spore infused twice. Once when you fire it, and then again when it lands, it becomes an anomaly. This guy, I'm not sure it does the same thing. If it does, then it's just spore shenanigans all which way. Fun times. That should be good here. These guys didn't change. That looks really, really sweet as a setup. Save that. Just want to check my guys are in there. They are. And let's check the traits are correct as well. I mean, we don't really need that, but it's useful. Because these guys are going off. We should have actually kept that other trait, huh? Instead of she's better. The one that gives us the 75 exotic particle on weapons firing mode. It's counted as a pet and not an anomaly. Okay, that's fine. While under the effect, so the torpedo, once it fires off, but that sounds like it requires a fall. But you know what? Let's put that back in. And put number 1 back in. Number 1. And give me your torp spread. Perfect. It's back in there. Okay. Okay, let's get back to it then. Procyon 5, Azure Nebula, we just did. We could probably do a Cure or a Kittimer. Just gonna plug that in and see how it performs. I think it's gonna be pretty awesome, actually. I think this can hit 500k easy. Easy. Without having like a firing bug or anything like that. It'll be for doing pugs going into advanced queues and shit like that. It'll just waffle stomp its way through, like little lazy boat. Azure Nebula, lovely. Perfect way to actually test this is Azure Nebula. You gonna take us in anytime, game? I hope so. It is big, by the way. It's a big boy. To hang out between that next to the Leviathan here, the Sovereign, just for the size comparison. Though most of the 32nd Federation ships are pretty huge, with a few exceptions that are kind of small. I guess what do we have left? We have the Rainforest ship that we haven't seen yet, and then there is the Vulcan Nivar ships.
The Tholians have captured a number. The stronger.
Yeah, Federation of Planets. Oh, that's no good. I don't want that on there. Let's hit that cloak button.
Our time here is limited. Stay focused, plan your attacks, and save as many ships as possible. Every loss is critical for my people. The Tholians are using their energy webs to trap your ships. Target and fire at the nodes connecting the webs.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
If you are caught inside the web, try to destroy one side of it and escape before it collapses in on you.
Very nice. Definitely high DPS. Nah, it's good. It's good. I'm kidding. This thing is gonna rifle stomp through stuff.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
The cloak, not the doohickey.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning, ship is under attack.
A
Target
Jalan
shield
warbird is escaping.
Someone's running Rhea. Not surprised, really.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
I'll go to our starting point. Wolf here is following. Wolf, Yorkshire. Take it, he likes dogs. Just making an assumption here. I was going to pick those up, okay.
Please state the nature of the emergency. Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
Yeah, that's good. Although there's almost too many people here. There's one up there. Those guys are probably
New
going to go
readings
for
on
it.
sensors. More Tholian ships are on the way here.
A Talis warbird is escaping.
Please state the nature of the emergency. Warning, ship is under attack. Target shields have failed. Warning, ship is under attack.
Slow down, but you're going to crash and never mind. You're good. What's that?
Please state the nature of the
A Jalan warbird is escaping.
warning. Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
That guy out that was here. Oh, he died. Well, now he can respawn in peace. And I used up my stuff. Well, hopefully he'll come back. Especially the grav wall, maybe? Who needs it?
Please state the nature of the emergency. Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing. Hull integrity below 50%.
I did kind of need it. That was kind of sketchy, not gonna lie.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Welcome to my grav well. Hope you have a nice day.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
It's aftershocks. Delicious.
A Hapax warbird is escaping.
There's too many people here. Alright, so where's everyone? A one, there's already someone on it. Let's go finish this guy off.
Please state the nature of the emergency. Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
They're gonna have to try this in some of the more difficult content. I think we can pop a side in one of the Borg TFOs. I think that should be possible. That guy is gonna stay dead.
A Talis warbird is escaping. A Jalan warbird is escaping.
We're gonna help these guys out.
Of the emergency. Warning. Ship is under attack.
Raw death hole, yeah. I guess still on
Atlas
that.
Warbird is escaping.
So I guess this is the next one. Unless it's actually north. Did we get a spawn on north? I haven't seen a spawn on north in a bit. There's a one on north. You think that guy can handle it?
Atlas Warbird is escaping.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
The bird. And someone's got the electrified. They've got the electrified anomalies on a very short-lived anomaly, actually.
A Falchion Dreadnought is escaping.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
This guy's anomalies, okay. Sweet running Saiju on his Mulgore. Good job. Nice build.
A Dalan Warbird is escaping.
Just hanging out here in the center while waiting for things. In case like a 2 or a 3 or a 5 pop up there. Where did it spawn? I heard it spawn. Right below me.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
That's a 2 and that hasn't popped yet. Cool. We'll go to this guy. Yeah, definitely delete. I like it. I like it a lot. I think this is going to be my new driver. Weapons don't matter. 5 seconds.
Please state the nature of the emergency.
Warning.
Atlas Warbird is escaping.
Target's shields have failed.
Yep. I like it a lot. We're going to be sticking with this ship for a while.
A Dalan
And
Warbird
we already
is
have a
escaping.
couple of variants on it already. We have like the scatter volume variant, which we already saw is pretty awesome. How much time we have left? A minute, under a minute.
A Haypax Warbird is escaping.
Let's see, there's only one person there. There's 2 people there. Let's see if we can help them.
A Dalan
They got
Warbird
it.
is
They're good.
escaping.
Good job. And it's it. This, yeah. Yeah, I don't know why that's there. This is not even. This is like one of the least nimble of the science ships. So it's got a 9 turn rate. So it's got a cruiser's turn rate. So yeah, it's like Nebula type. Like
I
it's
am
got
quite impressed with
almost
your
the same
fleet.
as the
The
Courage.
Thorians are abandoning their bases and taking the
So yeah, the pilot seat is not helping it. It is fast. It's just not very maneuverable. Other than that, it should fly pretty much like the Vesta. The Vesta would probably be more maneuverable and a little bit more versatile, even though it has the double seats. If I had the double Intel seats on this thing, this build would have been a bit easier because you can just spread out the stuff between the two. And yeah, the beams are just there for show, really. They don't do much of anything. Well, except for their built-in buff, a little bit of healing and shit. But yeah, all the procs, it's just, yeah, I can't even go through all the things before this shit's dead. I like that. That's a good thing to have on a ship. You know, your enemies turn into expanding clouds of radioactive particles. That's the best feeling of all. Alrighty, though. I think that's going to be it for the evening. But we are going to be raiding, so stick around as I end the stream, and hopefully this will take you over to Spock's Friday Night's channel, which he is streaming right now. Let me double check that. Did he delay it? It looks like he delayed it. Well, I'm not gonna stick around for another hour. So let's see, is there anyone else streaming from my friends list? It doesn't look like it. Wow, okay, so let's take a look at Twitch then. Master Dude is streaming. So is Victoria. We're gonna send the fake raid over. Cut it off, didn't it? Damn it. That's not right. That ain't correct. Why you do that? There we go. Head over to Master Dude 94. He's streaming Star Trek Online tonight, and you guys have yourselves a good night as well. I will catch up with you very soon. I have streams scheduled for the next couple of days, and there's going to be other uploads on the channel. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Don't forget to give me a like so that YouTube knows that I exist. And we'll be back at some point very soon. This is the Sarcasm Detector signing out. Good night, guys.